What's up, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's a big day. We are going over the overall theme team rankings 1 through 10. I'm actually going to show you guys the entire spreadsheet. So it's pretty much 1 through 32. We're just going to be going over the top 10 lineups, offense and defense. And some of these teams we've already seen, but we are going to be going over both sides of the football, like I said. So we're going a little bit more in-depth analysis with some of these teams. There was the Black History Month promo that dropped today, and that altered the rankings a little bit. There's only like four, maybe like 6 cards dropped. There's a little bit of changing, moving up and down in the rankings, but nothing too crazy. I believe we are getting a couple 97s tonight for the Madden Bowl, so that will most likely seriously switch up the rankings. But of course, I'm not going to wait until then to make this video. I want to get it out to you guys as soon as possible, and this video will be out before the 97s come out. But if you are new here, we post majority theme team content, theme team rankings, theme team gameplays, tutorials on how to build certain teams, stuff like that. So if you're new, I'd greatly appreciate if you smash that sub button for me. We just hit 12,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, boys. I'm not too sure if we will be streaming live on Twitch, but Father Jock over there, I'm live pretty much 4 or 5 times a week. If the Madden Bowl ends before 9:30, I'll boot up a stream getting some gameplay with the new cards. But aside from that, let me know down in the comments if I missed any of these teams. Your constructive criticism is greatly appreciated because it's the only way we're going to get better with these rankings, right? Don't be the dude to start chirping in the comments, yo, the Miami Dolphins is definitely a top 5 offense. Rethink your rankings, bud. Like, do you just wake up angry at the world? I don't understand that, but we're going to jump into the rankings. Remember, like I said, subscribe if you're new, theme team content every day, and we're going to try to get this thing going. So starting off with our rankings, let's get into it. This is where the magic happens. We got it all nice, color-coded stuff like that. Might be a little difficult to see, but if you're on a computer, you should be able to see it fine. Just briefly going through it, on the left-hand column, all the way to the left, we have all the teams, obviously. Then we have the cost for each theme team. The cost is a little outdated. I didn't delete it because, I don't know, the numbers there look nice, but I wouldn't, like I'll do an updated theme team cost video. Don't use that. Don't use those costs as if they're updated because they are not. And then QB through DB6, these are how I rank the theme teams, right? So each position is going to get a grade 0 through 10. And we go quarterback, running back, 3 receivers, a tight end, offensive line, 3 pass rushers, and then 6 defensive backs, which I feel like for defense, it's kind of tough because it's subjective to how people play. So I just graded it based off of how I play. I try to get as many DBs on the field as possible. DB is just defensive back, if you guys didn't know. And then I rush 3, so outside backer, defensive end, defensive tackle, all pretty much, even middle linebackers too, if it's like Luke Kuechly. All of those are going to be in the rush column, just the top 3 on a theme team. And then the rest are safeties and corners. And then after our first black column there, we have the total offensive score. So all of the points added up for offense, the total defense, and then the total of offense and defense added up. That wasn't really a good way of explaining it, but it's offensive points, defensive points, and then the total is obviously how I rank these teams. You can see right here, we have the old rankings from the last time I ranked all these teams, and the new rankings are right next to it. I have 1 through 10 blacked out right now because we're going to be going through those lineups, throughout this video. And then to the right of that, I have the top 10 offenses, the top 10 defenses. Below that, we added a new little graphic type thing, the risers and fallers. So the teams that fell the most and the teams that rose the most in the rankings, like power rankings type deal. Pretty easy stuff, pretty easy concept to understand. You got the graphic, green and red, right? Red, bad, green, good. And I mean, if you wanted to add up the numbers right now, you could figure out some of these teams in the top 10. I'm not really too worried about it because we're going to jump right into it here. If there's any questions, let me know down in the comments. Also, you can join my Discord and look at this spreadsheet on your own time. There is a link in my Discord to the Google, I think it's a Google Sheet, the Excel file, whatever you want to call it. There is a link to this, and you can look at it on your own time whenever you want. I do update this, and I do send it in the Discord quite often. And I'm gonna say one thing before we get into the top 10. You see the Seahawks aren't in the top 10. It's not necessarily that a team like the Seahawks or the Jets or the Ravens got worse. It's just that other theme teams are getting better. Like, they still perform the same. It's just that some of these teams are literally getting like 4 or 5 cards a week, and it's kind of hard to keep them out of the top 10. Seahawks, I'm sure a lot of people won't be too happy about that one, but remember, this is my opinion, guys. And in my opinion, the offensive line sucks. The tight end is 3 months old, and they've got some problems with the pass rush. So they're going to be outside of the top 10. Remember, like 11, 12 spot, 13 spot, 14 spot. These are all good teams. If you use the Bills theme team or the Texans theme team of fillers, you can still win games. Like, I'm just ranking the best overall teams with the best cards, you know what I mean? But jumping into our top 10, the first team we're going to take a look at is the Los Angeles Rams theme team. Let's get it. The fact that this team already has a lot of really good cards like Odell Beckham Jr., the offensive line is stout, Jared Cook, Torrey Holt. The fact that these cards are already on the team, and we're getting upgrades on Friday and most likely getting a Cooper Kupp LTD for NFL honors, makes his team very, very interesting. Matt Stafford likely getting a card, like I said. As of right now, Odell Beckham Jr. and Torrey Holt are two really good receivers. Obviously, both of them are going to get 99 speed. Jared Cook, I believe, is a 95 speed, 6'5" tight end, so he can definitely move for you. You also have Robert Woods in case you didn't want to use Jared Cook for some reason, get another receiver out there. But like I said, the offensive line is looking really good. Heading on over to the defense now. Starting out at safety, we got a pair of dudes, Eric Weddle, Nick Scott, two really good safeties in this game. Not really much you got to say about them. David Long Jr., Aqib Talib, Jalen Ramsey. We literally just looked at this team yesterday, so we're going to kind of fly through some of these teams, but I'm just grazing over it. David Long might be a sus corner, but Jalen Ramsey is a dog. Aqib Talib's a dog. Clay Matthews, Von Miller, Robert Quinn, also Jack Youngblood, I guess, and Ndamukong Suh's weaseled in there somewhere. There's also the 94 Aaron Donald you could get for running 5 miles. There's no shot in hell I'm running 5 miles for a 94 overall right end, but if you guys want to, feel free. But of course, this is a really good theme team. We can expect an Aaron Donald upgrade. Imagine if they had that thing for running 5 miles, and then they drop an Aaron Donald on Friday like a 97. That would actually be pretty hilarious. But yeah, this theme team is definitely a top 10 theme team. I think they deserve to be in here more than the Seahawks and the Jets. They're just more of a complete team, in my opinion. And this team's only going to move up the rankings come Friday. And probably for the rest of mud, especially if they win the Super Bowl, then they likely get the 99 MVP. But moving on up from the Rams, we have the Raiders theme team coming in number 9. Starting out with the quarterback, man, we got Carson Palmer, behind center for us. Marcus Allen, Cordell Patterson, Kenyon Drake at running back, Jerry Rice, Moss, Cliff Branch. So, we're waiting for that wide receiver 3. Offensive line, we got Hudson Saffold and Trent Brown. Also, Brandon Parker, you can weasel into either left tackle or right guard. And then at tight end, we have the best tight end in the game, hands down, Darren Waller. So, the team's looking good. Sliding over to the defense, Ronnie Lott, Taylor Mays does count for this team because he actually played for the Raiders. Ted Hendricks, Reggie Nelson, Phillip Buchanan. So, remember, I rake these teams not by corner 1, corner 2, corner 3, safety 1, safety 2, safety 3. It's just DB 1 through 6. So, it's going to be Ronnie Lott, 10 out of 10. Ted Hendricks, 10 out of 10. Taylor Mays, 10 out of 10. And then you got guys like Reggie Nelson, Phillip Buchanan. And the other 2 corners, Patterson's decent. I guess he still does light up sometimes. But Woodson's going to be borderline unusable. Same with Haynes. The Raiders theme team, you see it so much. There's no chance that this theme team wouldn't make the top 10. Like, this is the most popular theme team in the game. And, does that sway my rankings a little bit? Maybe. But it might just be because I'm seeing this team so much and I see their cards light up like every other game. That might sway the rankings a little bit. But Raiders 9, remember, my opinion. Moving up to 8, we have the Washington theme team. I'm not going to lie to you guys, the offense definitely needs some work, but, Terry McLaurin is a 99 speed, 6-foot receiver that gets really good route running, so he is, of course, a 10 out of 10 receiver. Deion Sanders also in the same likes as that. Sean Alexander, Adrian Peterson. Quarterback's a train wreck with Kirk Cousins, not going to lie to you guys, but our left side of the offensive line looks decent with Chase, Trent Williams, and Jeff Bostic. Also, Davis and Wycheck at tight end. Also, Bates is pretty much a lineman. You've got 3 tight ends that can all play on the field, 2 receivers that are really good, 2 really good running backs, and a half-built offensive line. Moving over to the defense, which is definitely going to carry this team into the top 10. I believe this was the 2nd-rated defense. Looking at Ken Houston, 6'3" safety, Sean Taylor, LaRon Landry, and then just a plethora of DBs, Springs, Buchanan, McCain, Sanders, Fuller. All dudes that can play on the field for you. Defensive line is very stout as well. Brian Arakpo, Wilbur Marshall, Dave Robinson, Bruce Smith, Jonathan Allen, Jason Taylor, Chase Young, Montez Sweat. That's a lot of names I just listed off right there. All of those names can start for you. All of those names can be on the field. With the Washington defense, if you're running this theme team, you could maybe use 1 corner filler, like a Pat Surtain or a Diggs or something like that. But outside of that, this theme team, you can rock all these dudes on the field. Like I said, Washington theme team coming in at number 9, right? Number 9? No, number 8. Cowboys theme team. But still, we got Larry Allen, Tyler Bidiz, Zach Martin, Lyle Collins, Tyron Smith. Offensive line is there, waiting for a Tyron Smith card and a new center. Tight end, we got Billy Joe Dupree, who is, in my opinion, better than... Actually, I haven't even used Blake Jarwin. I'm just talking on my ass at this point. But Jarwin, Billy Joe, both 2 really good tight ends. Tony Romo, I'd probably go filler there. His deep release kind of stinks. Tony Pollard's going to be really good running back for you. All right, and now we're looking at the defense here. Edge rusher is going to be, the thing that really carries this team. DeMarcus Ware, Robert Quinn, Micah Parsons, all on the defensive line for you. And Randy Gregory, who is maybe even better than Micah's card, but Micah's going to get that defensive player of the year, or defensive rookie of the year, 100%. Player of the year is probably going to be like Watt or someone. But Parsons going to get another LTD card. The safeties is weak. The safeties is really the only weak spot on this defense. Trayvon Diggs, Mel Renfro, shout out to his barber. Deion Sanders, Everson Walls, Byron Jones. So, I mean, Deion Sanders, you could probably get away with running him in the nickel if you're going to go true theme team with like Acro or something like that. He still will light up. It's just that when you man him up and press him, he's going to get cooked. Really low press, and he's not 99 speed. A team that actually moved up in today's rankings after they got a Black History Month card. I really like that Bayard card that they got. They gave, he's a safety, right? I'm pretty sure he gets 97 speed, which isn't really the best. They're also going to give him baked-in abilities. I believe he got under pressure, mid-zone KO, and one step ahead. As a safety, that is a very interesting ability combo for 3 AP. It's going to be really difficult to keep a team with Derrick Henry as their quarterback out of the top 10. Remember, this is the only theme team that gives boost to Derrick Henry, so ridiculous because that's still the best quarterback in the game. You also have Vince Young if you don't want to use Derrick Henry. I don't know why you wouldn't, but offensive line looks really good. We got Bruce Matthews, Mawai at center, Saffold, Lewan, Spain, and obviously, like I said, Matthews can just play tackle for you, move Spain out, move Matthews to guard, whatever you want to do. Wycheck at tight end along with Jared Cook. And then our receivers are Andre Johnson, Charlie Joyner. This Andre Johnson card is definitely just a demon, 6'3", 230 with 99 speed. That's a little bit absurd. And of course, when Randy Moss gets an upgrade, we will have a complete offense pretty much. This is definitely, this is definitely where we look at this team, we're like, holy shit, like this is actually just a god squad right now. In February. Remember, like I said, that Kevin Bayard looks really interesting with that ability stack, especially being a free card. Logan Ryan, we got Christian Fulton, who's another 99 speed guy. Ken Houston at 6'3", Jack Tatum playing in the box for you maybe, or maybe nickel. And then Javon Curse, Danico Autry, Al Woods. You also got Jayon Brown and Brian Arakpo in there, along with my boy Wilbur. Wilbur just finds his way to sneak onto all of these theme teams inside the top 10. It's kind of crazy. You might call these the Wilbur Marshall rankings from now on because he's just on every theme team. But, this is a Titan squad. I think it deserves a spot in the top 10. I feel like this team has been good for so long, but they just haven't changed at all. Like, they get the same, you know what I mean? They get the same cards. It's the Pats theme team, though. Historically good team. They're definitely going to be in this list. You've got 3 really good running backs to choose from in Patterson, Taylor, Martin. The receiving core definitely needs an upgrade. I think Randy Moss is... Dude, the receiving core definitely needs an upgrade. Like, Cooks, you can get away with Cooks. I'll give you Cooks 5'10", underneath, maybe like deep post, stuff like that. Antonio Brown, I would not use that card. And Randy Moss, you could probably get away with him, but that card is so goddamn old. The fact that Zay Jones is faster on a theme team than Randy Moss is right now is borderline criminal. We need a Randy Moss upgrade sometime soon. Like, Mutt's got to heat up. I feel like they've taken a step back since Zero Chill, and they haven't really put out any insanely good cards. Obviously, the Tom Brady's really good, but aside from that, a lot of those Zero Chill cards are still meta. I feel like we have a big promo coming, maybe like a 50 type of promo. Hopefully, we'll see. Offensive line looking really good here, though, for the Patriots theme team. Tackles, 93, 97, 95. You also have 2, 94, and a 96. Guard, which is crazy, 96 center. Best offensive line we've seen so far today. And then shifting over to the defense, we got Logan Ryan. Harrison's going to be a box guy for you. Sean Springs, Revis, Talib, Tylaw, Deltha. All very, very good DBs right there. And then our pass rushers are going to be Judon. You could rush Spikes or Sale off the edge if you really wanted to, and then you got Wilfork, Seymour, Hicks to clog up the interior for you. Yeah, Patriots theme team is just continuing to get disgusting cards. Like this Logan Ryan is just a 98 with 99 speed. Like, I don't understand that at all. I mean, obviously it was a performance from the past, so maybe I just missed that one. But that's the Patriots theme team coming in number 6. Moving up to 5, we have the Denver Broncos theme team. Another one of these teams that's going to be carried by their defense. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, they do have the best theme team defense in the game, so obviously they're going to make the top 10. And also another thing to note is these teams inside the top 15 are all separated by like 5 or 6 points. So they're literally one upgrade away. These theme teams are getting so good that, let's say the Seahawks got a 99 Jadeveon Clowney, they would be like the 6th ranked team. It's just a matter of one card that can move a team from 13 to 6, from 10 to 2, or from, 2 all the way down to like 9. I will say the offensive line the interior is looking all right. The exterior, as in the tackles, is, a little bit subpar there. Vernon Davis is a demon. Receivers, we got really a lone star there, and Jerry Jeudy's going to be 99 speed for you. A lot of people say, well, Tim Patrick gets 98 speed. Bro, don't lie to me. That card sucks. Even if he does get 98 speed, which I know he does, that card's not good. Like there's no way I build this team. I'm streaming a weekend league game. I'm going, yo, Tim Patrick. There's no chance, man. So save the Tim Patrick for someone else. Javonte Williams, though, I will say I'm very interested in using that card. 97 speed on the theme team's crack. Tim Tebow or Peyton Manning. I would not go out into a game with Peyton Manning, but Tebow might be able to get the job done for you. But all that matters is that you can get down the field and put the ball in the end zone, because this defense is giving up. Like, if you run this defense correctly, you're giving up 0 points a game. DBs are nasty. Surtain Talib, Law, Dawkins, Lynch, Delta, Chris Harris. Then your edge rushers, DeMarcus Ware, Bradley Chubb, Von Miller. That is absolutely insane. You know, truly no holes in the defense. You've got your 3 rushers. You've got your 6 DBs. You're ready to rock. Just go into dime, dollar, or maybe like a little 3-3-5 wide action, dude. Imagine glitching Von Miller, Ware, and Chubb off the edge. Or obviously there's only 2 edges, but if you just rotated those dudes, like, that's nasty. We'll definitely keep an eye on this offense. If this team can get a couple glitchy cards, I believe they have a shot at the top 3, maybe even top 2. I mean, they're 4 right now, right? No, they're 5. Jockception right now. We're actually correct. The Broncos are 4 right now. We're moving on to 3. That's going to be the Cardinals theme team. People are telling me in the Discord that I overrated the Cardinals, or like overranked them, I guess. There is no shot, bro. Look at this team. And the main argument was that the Vikings have better receivers than the Cardinals, which I know. Like, I literally ranked the Vikings. Like, I gave them 3 10 out of 10 receivers. The Cardinals only have 1. Or maybe, I don't know if Ahmad Rashad's a 10. He's either a 10 or a 9. Collar in front of Carson Palmer. Enough with that bullshit. Mutt.gg. We got 95 speed Zach Ertz, who's also 6'5", 250. Just a unit. Offensive line's very solid. 97, 94, 91, 95, 91. Absolutely need a Leonard Davis upgrade for the Cowboys theme team, and I guess the Cardinals theme team as well. I think he gets Niners chems as well. I'm not too sure. We got the God, Larry Fitz, the best receiver in the game right now. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be kind of a backside last resort. I wouldn't run him deep. When I use this team, there is Cardinals theme team content on the channel as of recent, a couple days ago. I use DeAndre Hopkins as kind of like a backside dig receiver. Ahmad Rashad might be able to get the job done for you, but Kenyon Drake's going to be a unit. Same with Adrian Peterson. Moving on over to the defense, you've got my boy Roboito Alford, Antrell Roll, Pat Pete, 2 6-foot, 99 speed corners. Alfred also gets 99 speed. And then you have Tyrann Mathieu, Isaiah Simmons at safety. Buda Baker's in there too. I don't know why they don't include him. But we got Wilbur Marshall, Seth Joyner, Chandler Jones, Joey Porter off the edge. And if you can afford him, Hassan Reddick, who is a 95 speed, 99 finesse move defensive end, which is quite glitchy in my opinion. Probably, I mean, he might be, like, stat-wise, I think Ware's got him by a little bit, but he's a top 3 edge rusher in this game. And yeah, that's the Cardinals theme team. That is my opinion. They are top 3, moving on up to 2, which is wild for this team to be 2. But I think they have a top 5 offense and defense. Yes, they do. The Kansas City Chiefs theme team, which we haven't seen a lot. I would build this team if I didn't despise the Chiefs franchise. It has nothing to do with me being a Bills fan. But like the fact I have this team this high and I am a Bills fan, just shows like there is a little bit, there's maybe a tiny amount of bias in this list, but like I would definitely just shit on the Chiefs because I hate them. But we're here to talk about them. Joe Montana at quarterback, Marcus Allen, Okoye, 2 of the best running backs in the game. You got Joe Horn, Mecole Hardman, Tyreek Hill, all going to get 99 speed, waiting for a Tyreek Hill upgrade, maybe next promo, maybe next big promo. Also have Travis Kelce, offensive line right there. Mike Hughes, Darrelle Revis, Ty Law on the defense, Kendall Fuller, Rashad Fenton, Tyrann Mathieu, Terrell Suggs, Juan Thornhill, D Ford, I'm not done yet, Melvin Ingram, Chris Jones, I shouldn't say Frank Clark, but still, Derek Thomas too. Don't know why Derek Thomas is tucked behind him, but still, Chiefs theme team defense is very good. Lots of DBs, all 6 you got right there. You've got your 3 rushers in Chris Jones, Melvin Ingram, Derek Thomas. That's going to fit all the thresholds for my grading. And then you have 399 speed receiver, Joe Montana, is low-key better than Russell Wilson. Yep, I said it. Marcus Allen and Okoye, 2 of the best running backs, like literally the 2 best running backs in the game. So you've got all the skill positions you need. The only downside on this team is the offensive line. But I'm not gonna severely punish a team for having a shitty offensive line. You know, if they've got the skill positions, they're gonna make the top 10. That's just how it works. And the Chiefs are 2. There is a world where the Chiefs are ranked beneath maybe the Cardinals, but I don't see them being below the Broncos. 49ers theme team is going to be our number 1 seed for today's rankings. And let's get into why I think that. I'm telling you guys right now, Joe Cool is the truth. He is. Gunslinger escape artist on that, man. He puts in work. He put the team on his back, though. You know, starting off our list, Trent Williams, Larry Allen, Trent Brown. We also got Mack and Davis in there. Vernon Davis, Charlie Young, George Kittle, 3 really good tight ends. You got Deebo Samuel, who's one of the best receivers in the game. Deion Sanders, Jerry Rice. That's probably the best receiving core you've seen today, right? Roger Craig, Joe Montana. You also got Deebo Samuel running back in there. Kyle Hughes check. So the offense really having no holes besides center, right guard. Everything else is pretty much as good as you can get. Maybe running back, but, 95 is still a 95. And then shifting over to the defense, we got Mays, Ronnie Lott, 2 really good safeties, DJ Reed, Richard Sherman, Deion Sanders at corner. Our rushers are going to be Jordan Willis, Nick Bosa, Buckner. And then we've got Kevin Green and Fred Warner, Elvis Dumerville as well as linebacker. So, let's go through how I rank this team. We gave the QB a 9, running back a 10. Running back could be a 9, but that would still put him at number 1. Wide receiver 10. And then wide receivers across the board are all 10s. Tight end is a 10. Offensive line, I gave a 7. I could see where that could maybe be a 6. Pass rushers, I gave a 10, a 9, and an 8. And then DBs, I went 10-10 with Richard Sherman, Taylor Mays most likely, DB3, 9, DB4, 9, DB5, 8, and then DB6, 6. So I feel like you can kind of understand where I'm coming from there. Ronnie Lott, I gave Ronnie Lott and Richard Sherman both 10 out of 10s. I gave Taylor Mays and DJ Reed both 9 out of 10s. DJ Reed for height, Taylor Mays for speed. And then from there on, you guys can go and look at the spreadsheet and compare and kind of, see if you guys disagree with me on anything. But that's going to be our top 10. I kind of feel like this was one of the most competitive top 10s that we've seen because all these theme teams are getting so good with all these endgame cards coming out. It does make it a little bit difficult to rank some of these teams and kind of choose which team is better than the other. Like this time, I could definitely see how people wouldn't be happy with the Seahawks being in the top 10, the Bucks being in the top 10. Of course, this is my opinion. Let me know if I missed any of these teams. I'm sure if I did, it's going to be on one of those teams I just listed. But these teams are getting really competitive, man. Remember, the Seahawks' final score was 134 points, and the Rams was 136. So they could literally get one upgrade. That's a 10 out of 10, and they could shoot up to 6. So it's just, at the time I'm making this right now, these are all subject to change, obviously, with, future promos, future drops, and all that stuff. If you guys want to keep up to date with the theme team, I'm going to try my best to update this every single day when we get new content in the game so that we could have a fresh top 10 or just fresh rankings in general all throughout the entire year. I just can't post a video on it every day or else I feel like it'd get kind of repetitive, you know what I mean? We're going to go back to theme team gameplays for the rest of this week. Let me know if you guys have any ways or methods that I can make this video better. But that being said, Jock signing out.